So a lot of people have been trying to figure out, are the Commanders going to trade up to get an extra first round pick? Because we understand that last season, the biggest problem for us was the offensive line and the quarterback. And, as time went on, it became the defense. But the most important part, what we was going to do last season was get Sam Howell some help. And we all know that we just got rid of Charles Leno, who we felt as if could take us to the next step, or maybe he could even move, on the offensive line, and we could keep him as an asset. But we knew that this season we needed a huge change. So with that being said, we end up getting rid of Charles Leno at the beginning of the offseason. So now we understand for a fact that we need somebody there. And of course, we've been bringing in new people in the offensive line, but we still know we still need a great left tackle. And with us having the first overall pick, many people was thinking, okay, that's what we were going to do. We was going to get Sam Howell some help, but we also got rid of Sam Howell and we gave him up. So now we are in a position to, do we take a quarterback, whether that be Drake Maye or Jayden Daniels, or do we get an offensive tackle with that, spot right there? But we could, in the position that we are in, we could have got, if we would have kept Sam Howell, we could have got Joe Alt, or we could have got Troy Fatau. I don't know how to say his name. Fatau. But yeah, we could have got them. And, now that we got rid of Sam Howell, we know for a fact we needed a franchise quarterback, somebody we can believe in, somebody new, somebody to give us a fresh start. And a lot of people have been feeling like it was Drake Maye or Jayden Daniels, but honestly, I feel like just because of who we brought in, which was Marcus Mariota, his play style and the fact that he went second overall to the Titans just gives us an example of somebody that could kind of push us to thinking that we were going to go out and get a guy like Jayden Daniels, for example, because they both dual threat quarterbacks. So that kind of gave us some of the answers we kind of were looking for, seeing as though the Commanders are not giving us anything to work with. But with us understanding that for a fact, we know now that we got rid of Sam Howell, we're getting a quarterback. And whether that be those two that I keep talking about, now the next question is, who is going to protect that quarterback? And what I was thinking was, since we have, what draft capital do we have that we can use to get us back in the first round to get a nice offensive tackle and not just anybody? So I thought about it and I was like, wow, we got these two draft picks, the second round picks. We got a 36 and a 40. And of course, it's not that far off from allowing us to get somebody good, but it's still a little far to get somebody great. You see what I'm saying? Of course, you never know what's going to happen until they get to the team and, they start understanding different plays and everything else. But for the most part, we know if we're in that first round, we're going to get somebody we like and somebody that's good. Seeing as though the first almost 10 picks is going to be, quarterbacks and wide receivers. So it gives us an opportunity to at least get close and get somebody. So with us giving up the 36 pick and the 40 pick, it allows us to get as close to the 16th pick in the first round. So we could, and I think the 16th pick goes to the Seattle Seahawks. So if we can somehow convince them to give us that, or anybody under that, we're good. We can get in that nice little pick range. But the only issue is for the Seattle Seahawks, they also need somebody on the offensive line. So that's going to be a huge issue for them as well. So I don't see them giving us that pick. And honestly, I think we're comfortable where we are. We should just stay there because it's not like we're too far off from the first round. But of course, we're not going to get the people that we want. And I think they understand that because with the pre-draft 30 visit, top 30 visit, you had the people that we're bringing in, offensive tackles that we have been bringing in, are not those guys that you feel as though they're going to be, like, besides Jordan Morgan from Arizona, it's nobody that we're feeling, okay, they're going for sure going to be taken in the first round. And, just going off of most of the projections that I've been seeing of people feeling like, okay, the Bears is going to take Caleb Williams, we're going to take Jayden Daniels, next is Drake Maye, like, just seeing that, I think for a fact that we're going to have a good space. We're going to be in a good position to still get somebody decent. Might not be a top draft pick, might not be the person that everybody talks about, but we're still going to be able to get somebody decent. So I can tell by the people that they've been having to bring in for their visits, it doesn't seem like they're going to be trading up. It's not giving that. You know what I'm saying? It's not seeming that way. And of course, in free agency, when it first started, we all thought they were going to go out and get maybe a guy like Tyron Smith. But I understand what they're doing now, and they're not trying to spend as much money, seeing as though they're trying to, recalibrate, rebuild. But, seeing as though they're trying to recalibrate and not really spend too much money in the wrong places, and especially for a guy like Tyron Smith, who's old, and over the last few years, he hasn't played a full season. So I wouldn't go out there and spend that big money. So we ended up letting him go to the Jets. I'm not sure if they even gave him an offer, but, they'll probably come out probably a year from now, and we'll hear some news that we decided to give him an offer, and he just didn't want to go with it. But, like I said, he went to the Jets, and I think we're better off without him. We probably need somebody fresh, and of course, we've used so many people. And if we were going to go out and get Tyron Smith, we might as well just keep Charles Leno. They're both the same age. They don't perform the same. Completely two different type of people. I think Charles Leno went to the Pro Bowl one time, and, Tyron Smith has gone countless times. So they're definitely two different type of people, but age-wise, they're around the same age. So if we were going to go out and do something different, and I can see, because we didn't get anybody for a left tackle position in a free agency, it makes me understand that we're going to do it in the draft. And what makes me feel as though we're not moving up to get a second first-round pick is the fact that the people that we've been bringing in are not those guys that for a fact are going to be taken in the first round. So I think we're not going to move up. I think we're going to stay in the place that we are, and just see what we can do with that. And I think that's the most responsible way to use our draft picks, and just stay right there. I don't think we need to move up. I don't think we need to move back. I think we're comfortable. We need to use what we can. And seeing as though it's a new team, we can take what we need, And I'm excited to see what happens. Let me know how y'all feel about the situation. Definitely subscribe to the channel. And I'm definitely going to be back with some more information. And I'm out.